Keep your voice down and don't make any sudden movements, because we've got the best stealth games you can play on PC right now. They say that patience is a virtue, but we can't help but wonder if the they in question have ever had to crouch in the undergrowth, waiting for a group of enemies to lose suspicion and leave you alone. Or wander around in an uncomfortable disguise, only to be caught on a CCTV camera. The stealth genre can be a tricky one, but when you get it right, perhaps with a perfectly timed finisher or a kill that goes completely undetected, well, is there anything more satisfying? In this video, we're laying low and talking about the best stealth games to play on PC, from sneaking through open worlds to solving puzzles tactically and silently. We've got a whole host of games ready to infiltrate your Steam library and steal all your attention. Before we jump in though, make sure to subscribe and sneak attack that notification bell so you never let another one of our videos slip by you. It will come as no surprise that our first entry is a return to form for this beautiful, bold assassin. Hitman 3 takes the franchise to new heights, often literally, and the glossy ray tracing means that the backdrops look shinier, the water looks more inviting, and the sun bounces off that barcoded head in a strangely picturesque way. In Hitman 3, you'll be infiltrating exotic and high-stakes locations to take out targets and make a clean getaway. And with a buffet of ways to complete each contract, from careful costuming to a few drops of well-placed poison, it's that classic hidden in plain sight brand of stealth that we've come to love from the Hitman franchise, and we can't wait to dive in for a third time. Quick selfie first though.
Yeah, that was you.
We can think of few places we would rather sneak through than the sun-drenched islands of ancient Greece. So naturally, Assassin's Creed Odyssey has earned its place on the list. The series is known for its stealth, from haystacks to hidden blades, but Odyssey is a standout for us, and getting to learn surprise attacks and scale buildings to take out entire fortresses of enemies sight unseen is oh so satisfying. Plus, getting to do it as the muscular eagle bearer Cassandra, or Alexios we suppose, across mountainous regions, high seas and Athenian architecture is second to none. The sign of a game that truly takes its stealth seriously is when you can complete it in its entirety without killing anyone. And sure, when we first heard that it's possible for Adam Jensen to sneak his way through the high-tech office spaces and claustrophobic buildings without a single drop of blood on his hands, we felt a little bit bad. But that's what makes Deus Ex so great. There is never one way to complete a level, and making sure that you scope out every opportunity and decide how best to utilize your arsenal of weaponry and tech will ensure your covert operation remains just that. Deus Ex is to stealth games what Call of Duty is to first-person shooters. You know, really good.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are ya?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming.
Usually, From Software isn't a studio known for its stealth. You can get sneaky in Lordran, sure, and maybe if you hide behind this rock right here, your hunter might be able to… No, they've seen you. Ouch. In Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, however, you play as a ninja, which means stealth is on the menu. There's a healthy serving of sneak attacks with a side order of creeping around the perimeters of buildings to avoid detection. Sekiro's combat is devilishly tricky too, and although you can play the game by running in katanas blazing, there's a noticeable advantage to biding your time here. There's something satisfying about a game where stealth isn't the only option, and by choosing it, you're utilizing different mechanics and almost playing out a different version of your character. If your favourite part of stealth games is the inescapable feeling of one-upping everyone as you throw a decoy or hide in plain sight, then Gunpoint should be sneaking straight into your library. In this pixelated puzzler, you play as a freelance spy tasked with breaking into buildings and stealing all manner of sensitive material. With your handy crosslink, you'll be infiltrating locations and rewiring its many security measures to your advantage. Combat is sometimes an option too, sure, but your spy isn't a big fan of confrontation. Plus, security is armed with guns that they will definitely not hesitate to shoot. So you'll need to set up traps Home Alone style to make sure that when you go in, it's a simple case of getting what you need and getting out quietly. I said quietly. Okay, hear us out. Horizon Zero Dawn might not be the first game that springs to mind when you think of stealth, but why not? Avoiding detection is a crucial part of Horizon, so much so that Rost teaches you the importance of staying hidden from the mechanical enemies in the game's opening. From then on, you'll need to make sure Aloy works those hamstrings and uses the long grass to her advantage. I mean, it's just rude not to when it's the same colour as your hair, isn't it? Laying low is essential when dealing with enemy machines, and as Aloy learns to override and then, well, ride certain subspecies, she'll need to remain undetected so as not to panic the machine on approach. Stealth in Horizon Zero Dawn is great fun, and creeping up on a machine and then hearing that static crack as you land a killing blow is every bit as satisfying as you'd hope. Whether you choose to take on the role of Emily or her father Corvo, Dishonored 2 really puts your stealthing abilities to the test. Not only do you need to scope the areas, hide bodies, and utilise your powers to sneak through unnoticed, but the game changes depending on how chaotic your playthrough is. If you manage to use non-lethal tactics to take out enemies, and play with your powers from Blink to Mesmerize, you'll be able to best your foes with minimal bloodshed. Well, sometimes that's easier said than done, isn't it? The level design in Dishonored 2 is truly, for lack of a better term, next level. And it's not simply a case of stealthing your way through the same layout time and time again. There are vantage points and hidden areas to use to your advantage, and no two playthroughs are ever truly the same. And finally, we're travelling to Italy to play as the chiseled sniper Carl Fairburn. In Sniper Elite 4, you'll be scoping out each of the picturesque settings and taking out targets with a range of rifles, with headshots and perfectly timed assassinations. With a range of difficulty settings going all the way up to Authentic Plus, it's up for you to decide how realistic you want your stealth sniping to be. Want to focus on staying hidden and timing your shots? Or do you want to do all of that whilst also considering wind resistance and bullet drop? In true stealth game form, this is about learning enemy routes, sneaking from hiding spot to hiding spot, and holding your breath as you attempt to get the perfect headshot on a moving target. It's not easy, but when you get that slow-mo kill cam, you feel like a god. Until you have to do it all over again seconds later, of course. And that wraps up our list of the best stealth games you can play right now. Did your favourite stealth game manage to stay hidden from our list? Let us know your suggestions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video from us.